Hello and welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about Inbox Zero. So there's loads of great books about Inbox Zero. There's loads of great podcasts, audio books and videos on YouTube all about Inbox Zero. But I want to show you how I get to Inbox Zero and how I manage my inboxes and all my notifications and my mentions within Client Engager. So Client Engager is our practice management tool at OnPoint Accounting. It's a practice management tool that's taken the UK by storm. There's nearly 500 firms already using it. It's only a year old. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by Client Engager, but I am a co-founder of Client Engager, so I am slightly biased. And these are my views and opinions. I'm not being paid for them, but obviously I will benefit if Client Engager does better. So, Inbox Zero is this concept that we are managing our email inboxes and our notifications down to zero as often as possible. So we shouldn't have streams of emails sat there in our inbox. So the idea is you go through, you read an email, you archive it if you've read it and there's nothing to do, or you action it or set it to be actioned later if you need to deal with it. So I've gone through in this video and shown you how to operate an Inbox Zero theory whilst using Client Engager within your firm. Basically, what I'm doing at the moment is in emails, I'm going in and I have removed emails from my out. So I use Apple, so I use Mail as my email providing software on my laptop. If you use Outlook or stuff, I've actually disconnected my work emails, so my firm emails, from that device. So the only device I've got my firm emails coming through to now is my iPhone. So when I'm out and about, I can still access them. The rest of the time, I'm managing them all through Client Engager. And one of the benefits to that is my phone sits on do not disturb for most of the day. So I'm not getting interrupted constantly by emails. But it also means that I'm having focused periods of time working on emails. So if I'm focusing on Client Engage, on QuickBooks or Dext or Auto Entry, whatever I'm using at the time, whatever software I'm in, I've not got little notifications pinging up telling me about my new emails. So I can get that work done and then come back and look at my emails. I'm also then able to deal with my emails, my mentions, and my notifications in one foul sweep. So what I'm doing is I literally come in. First thing I do is I check my notifications and I see if there's anything that I need to do something about later. So I go through. If I want to make sure I need to file those, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm checking emails, I'm checking notifications. That's my job right now. I'll turn that into a task. So that's straight onto my deadlines board for today. So I'll do that first. Then I'll go through and I'll check my notifications. And if it's something I need to action, and it's not just a quick response to whoever's sent me the message, so if it's a quick response, I do it there and then. If it's something I've got to action, I turn it into a task ready for later. And then I go to my emails. And basically, what I'm trying to do here is operate Inbox Zero. So the only emails in my inbox should be those that have still got a task next to them, and they should have a task next to them. So I come in, I can read the email and go, right, fine, nothing I need to do, no action I need to take. So I'll archive that one. Come in. Now I've got a couple of emails on here. I don't need to do anything. That's the end of the conversation. So I'm going to archive this one. Now, this is going to throw a bug in the works though. So I've got one email here that's in my inbox. I've got one in my sent items, and then I've got one in my inbox here. And if I go and tell this to go to archive, because of the way APIs work with Microsoft and Google, it's moved this email to archive, but it's not moved the conversation because there's still one email that's in the inbox. So what I need to do is I just need to go through and move that into the archive as well. And that's it. That email's now disappeared from up here. Then we've got a bank request. So I'm going to turn that into a task. I'm going to deal with that straight away. So I'll put that on for today. Then I might want to go through, right, I'm going to move that one to archive. And because there's only one inbox email here, that's it. That's gone from here nice and quickly. Again, there's only one on the inbox folder. So if I move that to archive, it disappears straight away. I don't want to archive this one because I've still got an active task on it. Come in. Right, I want to move these to the archive because I've done the job. So I'll move those to archive. But because there's one down here that's in the inbox still, Move that to the archive. And then that email's gone there as well. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to, anything I've got to action, I put it into a task, whether it's a notification, a mention, or an email. And then that's it. So my inbox should always be basically at nil. And if there is any emails in here, it's because I've got a live task like this one and this one. Then what I do is I basically live my days in the deadlines board. Well, basically what I do is I go to dashboard, I click on my work, and I generally live in due state. So, oh no, I don't. That's a due period. That's how I live. So basically the reason I live in here is because if I move this email, this task into the 22nd, so we'll go to the 23rd. Nope. Move that there. And if I move 25th, so if I move this to the 26th, I'll show you. So the reason I really like this view is I can see overdue, I can see due today, I can see due this week, due next week, and due in 2 weeks' time. So the way I prioritize my workload is I always do due today. I don't want any more tasks becoming overdue. And by doing overdue first, some of these other tasks become overdue and you feel like you're constantly losing. So I always clear due today. That's my first lot of tasks that I do. Then I go to overdue and try and catch up with these before I then try and get a head start on the rest of the week if I can. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes these jobs are just for the rest of the week, and that's fine. So if I change this one, though, to the 25th, nope, to the 24th. Today is the 24th. Okay, so that's due today. If there was anything due tomorrow, in theory, there's a due tomorrow column, or due this week even. So I always try and tackle due today first. So if that's empty by the end of the day, if that column's disappeared, then I've won. That's a win for me in my books. Overdue, I try and shrink it. So if I start the day with 5, I'll try and have less by the end of the day. And then due this week. So if I'm on Thursday, then I know pretty much all this is due, or on Friday, and there's stuff due this week, and they're not in today. That means it's probably falling due over the weekend. So I need to double check whether I need to get ahead or not. But yeah, so that's how I manage my notifications, my mentions, my emails, and my own tasks and deadlines on a day-to-day basis. I've been really strict with myself for the last 20 days, and not having emails on any other platforms. It's all in Client Engager. I convert them into tasks, etc. And then I archive anything that I've dealt with or I don't need to read again. And you know what? It's made life so much easier. Okay, and there we have it, Inbox Zero. So as you can see, it's very easy to go through all your emails, your notifications, etc. Create tasks on those emails, notifications, and mentions. Deal with those in your deadlines board in Client Engager. Still be focused without email notifications and mentions popping off, because you're not getting constant notifications from Client Engager like you would in Inbox or Slack or Teams or something. So you're able to do focused work without the interruptions, come back and manage your inboxes without being overwhelmed. I hope that video has been really useful for you. If you'd like to see more videos like this and how different tools I'm using will benefit you, why not drop us a comment? And if you're enjoying this video and you enjoy the other videos and you want to see more videos like this, also subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll get notified when we drop our next video. See you all next time. Hello, my name's Johann. Books Advanced is a lot more powerful than QuickBooks Online. Okay, so I've decided to pack in work. It's about 5:15. But it's a good business. The owner just doesn't care. I'm not sure how much good content Liz is getting out of this. We are live. I've got Johann Goree in the house. And welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant We Have Cool Friends. I do a podcast
actually met and came up with the idea of this podcast